This coaster and I go way back. Sit tight. Grandpa's gonna tell you a story about when he was young. So my dad was in the Air Force at Norton Air Force Base in San Bernardino, California. That meant we lived close to Disneyland, Knott's Berry Farm, Magic Mountain. So I grew up going to those parks. When I was in like junior high, Knott's Berry Farm opened Corkscrew, the first modern roller coaster to go upside down. It had been tried in the early 20th century, not with good results. And Arrow was the first to do it, and Knott's bought the first one. Also around that same time, Magic Mountain opened Revolution. It was like the world shifted because roller coasters could go upside down. In 1990, the roller coaster reopened here at Silverwood, the exact same ride. And guess what? I lived in Idaho now. So I have been riding this thing for 5 decades. Maybe not quite the full 5 decades. I can't remember if I rode it opening year or not. I was probably too scared. But I rode it near opening year anyway. And I don't ride it too much here anymore because let's just say the Corkscrew and I, neither one of us are a spring chicken anymore. And that's not a good combination. Old roller coaster and old grandpa. It's a little headbangy, or a lot headbangy sometimes. But this is its 50th year. So Grandpa's going to do it. I'm going to ride it. I'm going to tell you about it because this coaster and I go back. The layout screams prototype. It's a drop, a turn, and the corkscrew. But it was the first. And I mean, we used to wait in line for it for like a couple of hours. That's right, a couple of hours. So here's where things get interesting. Not that the stuff before wasn't interesting, just this is a different kind of interesting, like interesting. Interesting. I don't have my footage of the reviews of Corkscrew from in the park. I experienced some technical difficulties. Maybe that fits a 50-year-old prototype coaster. Though Silverwood does do a remarkable job of keeping this thing running well. Regardless, the net result is I don't have the footage of me rating the Corkscrew at Silverwood. So you are stuck with present-day Grandpa giving you those ratings instead of my slightly younger, slightly more optimistic self who is still getting used to the idea of narrating his life into a camera while at a theme park. But with that, let's check our ratings. First of all, thrill factor. By modern standards, this is not much of a thrill machine. I mean, the drop is nice, but the only real showpieces are the 2 corkscrews, and they're not that great. So I'm just going to give it 2 out of 5 firecrackers for thrill. Now, back in the 70s, those corkscrews made headlines. But today, they just make headaches. Which leads us to pain factor. Unfortunately, this is where Corkscrew really shines. Or throbs. It's got that old school arrow restraint system that seems designed to play pinball with your head. And I have to give this 4 out of 5 ibuprofen. Actually, Excedrin would fit better in this case, but I've locked in my pain scale and I'm too old to change now. Finally, fun factor. I'm going to give Corkscrew 1 out of 5 for corkscrews for fun. It's just not that fun. It doesn't even qualify for the so bad it's good kind of fun. It's just kind of there. Not thrilling, not pleasant, not completely unrideable, just a nice bit of history. Ride it once for nostalgia, then move on. I will say one thing though. It is a photogenic roller coaster. That it is. Corkscrew's best trick these days is posing for the camera. And you know what? That's okay. Some rides earn their retirement and become landmarks instead of thrill machines. I mean, it's even got a plaque. But here's the thing. It's not really about the ride anymore. It's about the kid who waited 2 hours in line for the novelty of going upside down. It's about watching aerodynamics change the world with those two simple corkscrews. It's about my kids finally getting tall enough and brave enough to try a coaster that goes upside down and doing it on the same one that was my first coaster that goes upside down. So yeah, I rode Corkscrew for its 50th anniversary year, and my head paid the price, but I regret nothing. Corkscrew and I go way back. We've both earned the right to be called vintage. We might need more regular checkups, and we might make funny noises more than we used to, but we're still out there having fun. What's your nostalgia coaster story? Drop it in the comments below. I'm looking forward to reading about it. And until next time, gravity keeps trying to bring me down, but I'm not falling for it.